everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kathy, and today we're going to look at the seedlings that we planted and see how they've grown, what we need to up pot, and what we need to resow. So here I have a tray of, let's see, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, a cauliflower, eggplant, tomatoes, and peppers. And as you can tell, some of them need to be transplanted or up potted, especially the tomatoes. And then we'll go over here and I'll show you what's in the grow room, or glow room as we're calling it. Okay, this is the glow room. And we've got the onions are doing really well, as are the petunias and the other onions. Down here we have the lettuce. I resowed a bunch of these yesterday, so hopefully they'll come up. We have more petunias and 4 o'clocks. I didn't have many 4 o'clocks come up, but these were an old seed packet that I found, and I just wanted to see if they would do any good. Down here we have a bunch of different flowers that are coming up. This was a package of old seeds. I don't see anything coming up on those. The leeks didn't come up, so I have to replant them. This is the broccoli. I'm going to have to, only half of them came up. And this is the celery. First time I've tried celery. It looks like it's doing pretty good. And then I've got the bottom tray that I have to set up yet. And I'm going to plant some herbs today. So that's what's going on in the grow room. Now today I'm going to work on up potting these plants. And what I like to do is put them in the solo cups and then put that in trays. Because each cup has a hole in it, and they fit nicely in these trays, and I can put them in the sunroom, and then when it comes time I can take them out to the greenhouse. But the first thing I need to do is put some hose in those solo cups, and the easiest way I've found to do that is with a soldering iron. Just put them all together, a couple at a time, and just burn a hole right through. And you need only about 3 holes. Simple as that. Very simple. And once this thing's hot, you can just keep going. It doesn't cool off really fast. I'm going to put my tomatoes and my Brussels sprouts in these. And I use these from one year to the other until I have to get new ones again after a few years. Or unless I did last year and gave the extra plants away to my cousin. I'm also going to plant my leeks, and I'm going to plant them in a container like this, so I have to put some hose in it too. So that's all you do as far as getting the hose ready. Okay, if you remember correctly, we started these out in these little peat pots. And you can see there, it's definitely time to transplant. You can see the roots coming out of the pods, which is a sure sign that they are ready to be up potted. Now when you get ready to up pot these, you do not use the starting soil. Use regular potting soil for that purpose. And it's just fill your cup, take one of these, and what I like to do, because I don't like these nettings, I don't think they degrade as well as they say they do. So I just simply pull them off, and then when I transplant my tomato in here, I make it so that I put the soil right up to these bottom leaves. So I just have the top of it coming up through the, and that makes your plant, because it makes it stronger, because it will develop roots all along that stem all the way up. So if you have a leggy plant and you're worried about it, just leave it grow. When it comes time to transplant, plant it right up to those bottom leaves and it will be fine. All right, make sure you label it well. This was a red cherry, and what I like about these solo cups is right on the side. Red cherry tomato, and it was originally planted looks like 2/23. So I put 2/23 on here. That way I know how old it is. Then you just have to water it well. Let it settle. If you have to add any more soil around it, that's fine. All right, and I will do this to each of them until I get them all done. Like I said, put them in this container, and I can either leave them underneath the lights, or I can take them and put them in the sunroom where they will get more natural light and start hardening off. I think I'll put them underneath the lights for a couple of days, since I've just gone through this transplant shock. We don't want to shock them too much by putting them into a different area. So in about 2 or 3 days, I'll take them and put them in the sunroom and start letting them get natural sunlight. You do that to all the tomatoes like that. Now, let's do a Brussels sprout. You notice my Brussels sprouts are the same way. They've got the roots coming out, showing that it's time to trim them off. I'm taking this netting off very carefully as to not just disturb the roots. And you'll notice how leggy that is. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to do the same thing to it as I did to the tomato plant. I'm going to put dirt all around that stem, all the way up to the first little set of leaves. Being careful not to hurt the little tender stem in the process. And like tomato, that stem will grow roots. Try to center it so it's as straight up and down as possible in the center of the cup. Add your soil. Any good potting mix will work for this. Tap it down a little and water it in, and do the same thing with it as you did the tomato. put it in a tray, put it underneath the lights for a couple days so it gets used to the new environment, and then put it into a into the sunroom to start hardening it off. The greenhouse is coming along nicely, but it's a little cool out there to put them in there, and I don't have it done yet. So by the time I get it done, these little guys should be ready to go out into the greenhouse and then harden themselves off. So I will continue doing that to the rest of these. Again, put the name on it and the label at the cup, and we will continue to do that. And I'm going to do the herbs same way as I've done the other plants. I'm going to use these little pellets, and put a couple. With herbs, you kind of broadcast them on. You don't put one seed in each one. You kind of just put a couple seeds in and let it grow, because they're easy to divide afterwards. So that's what I am doing today. So I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And remember, dream big and follow that dream. Bye.